Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Ondo's price chart. And in here, unfortunately, I'm not necessarily identifying optimistic signs. Why is that? You see, the last time that we talked about Ondo, we were around here, and the idea was that these highs are quite close together, and a lot of short-term traders most probably have opened some short positions in here in hope that we get a move down, and we may very well in the short term see a move on the downside. But then odds are we are going to see a move up in order to destroy those people who put their stop losses above the highs. And what happened? Pretty much that. But as you can see, I was sort of kind of wrong. Why? You see, in this phase down right in here in Ondo, we actually took the lows, which I definitely didn't expected. And then, okay, we did get our bounce back and we took all the highs in here. And you might be able to say, well, look, in this area in Ondo, we are having a 1, 2, followed by probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about this point into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, which if you have watched any of my videos, you know that finding a 5 wave off of the lowest low is kind of a must if you want to be optimistic. So why am I saying in here I'm not really seeing optimistic signs? That's because the previous move before this 5 wave is actually kind of a slow one down, and that opens up the doors to the possibility of having something called an ABC, expanded flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into a correction for wave B, which in it we are going to take this initial low and then a strong move up into our C leg, and in it, as you can see, we are absolutely going to take the height of our A leg, and in terms of sub waves, ABC into A, ABC into B, followed by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into C. Now let's go on a live chart and see what's happening. And sure, I do think this is a 5 wave up, but before that, I'm going to say this is ABC, followed by most likely another A, B, C structure on the downside. So these might be on a higher degree the subwaves for an ABC flat, and since we are having 5 wave off of the lowest low, this may trick a lot of people into believing that, look, maybe we have hit our final low. In my view, we need to be a bit suspicious about that scenario and just be a bit more patient and see what is happening next. You see, if you want to be optimistic, then okay, fair enough, because there is no guarantee that I am right. I'm just here trying to get it right 6 out of 10 times, nothing more than that. So if I'm wrong, then okay, right around the current area, we want to see a very slow and choppy move down, which between our pullbacks up, we're going to be constantly able to identify overlapping of the waves. If I see something like this, okay, that can be a good sign suggesting either we are having 1, 2, and what's next, good move up into wave 3, 4, 5, or maybe according to a less bullish scenario, we can have at least 5 wave up into a correction for wave B. And well, okay, once more the conclusion is the same. In the short term, we can expect yet another move up into our C leg, assuming that we are going to, again, I'm gonna say it, in this phase down, get a very slow move. On the other hand, what you do not want to see from the current area is actually a rather strong move down, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without a lot of overlapping of the waves. Why? Because that is going to sort of kind of validate this possibility, this ABC expanded flat a bit more, suggests either on a higher degree we are having a 1, 2, and then another move down into wave 3, 4, 5, or maybe at best an A, B. And what's next? Well, another move down into our C leg in order to take the lowest low all the way down here around $86.2. So in Ondo, while short of the lowest low, we are able to sort of kind of identify some optimistic signs. However, in my view, that doesn't mean that we should be overwhelmingly bullish. In fact, I would argue we need to be a bit patient and careful. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Ondo. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.